Jeremiah Love is a very divisive draft pick, not because he's untalented or anyone's going to call him running back 3 in this class, but it's because he's a running back. It depends how you view the position. If you view the position as this guy can elevate the position, the run game, to a whole other level, you gotta draft him. You'll take him in the top 10, no questions asked. But if you view it as, hey, you need offense line, you need good play calling, you need all these things to really elevate your run game. Any running back can do it if they're put in the proper system to utilize their skill set and behind the proper offensive line. You're not going to take Jeremiah Love top 10. You probably don't consider him a round 1 guy for you. And that's really where a lot of people are disagreeing on Jeremiah Love. As if, hey, he's undoubtedly one of the best prospects in this class. But how valuable is he to a team that needs to work on the offensive line? How valuable is he going to be if defenders are in his face immediately in the backfield? We just saw this with Ashton Jeanty last year, and Ashton Jeanty, as talented as he was and as many yards after contact he had with the Raiders, he struggled mightily. And you can very much say Jeanty was a better prospect than Jeremiah Love currently is. So let's talk about that today. Let's look at both sides of the coin, and I'll give you my overall opinion afterwards. Now, why should you draft Jeremiah Love? Well, there's some really good positives. For the fact, in the past 2 seasons, Notre Dame, he nearly put up 2,500 yards and had 35 touchdowns. He can be your lead back on every single down. You don't have to take him off the field for pass down situations because he's a really good receiver and can hurt defenses as a receiver. And he is just quick. You watch him in a straight line speed, he can go and just run past everyone. But it's not just that he's good in quick burst or he's good sideline runner downhill. No, he can turn the corner really good. He maintains his speed really well just rounding corners. So you can do tosses, you can do all those things and still have his dynamic speed ability. He's also not too bad against contact. Now, he's no Ashton Jeanty, he's no Derrick Henry, but he can hold up pretty well. He can shake off defenders. He can fight for extra yards, and that's a big key with what you want to see in a running back. Now, those are the flashy fan reasons why you'd want to draft him. Well, what are the team reasons? 2 big factors. Number 1, he doesn't fumble the ball. That ball does not hit the dirt often. He will hold on to the ball. He's got great security. He knows how to tuck it. It is very 101 how to contain a football at the running back position, and he does an incredible job at it. And the other reason why teams will probably really like him in the draft process and will really have him high on the boards is his ability to be solid in pass protection. Now, I wouldn't call Notre Dame an amazing passing offense. I just wouldn't. But something you very much noticed when watching Jeremiah Love when he was back there in pass pro is he's not afraid to square up a defender, have good technique, make sure his shoulders are level, and just get his hands on them. Even if he's just slowing down a little bit, it's a major help. But he doesn't necessarily just slow them down. He holds up really well in pass pro. And for any running back entering the league, that's crucial beyond belief. Pass protection is something fans don't really think of too much, but when you're building an NFL roster, you need your running back to be able to pass pro, and Jeremiah Love can do that. Now, why wouldn't a team want to draft Jeremiah Love in the top 10? After everything I just said, he sounds like an amazing prospect, which he is. But there's this thing. Running backs who are drafted in the top 10 don't typically lead to Super Bowls. In fact, in the past 10 years, there have been a grand total of 6 running backs drafted in the top 10. Only half of those have been on their team for a playoff win in Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, and Saquon Barkley. The other 3 are Christian McCaffrey, Bijan, and Jeanty. Now, you might say, McCaffrey, he has to have playoff wins with the Panthers. No, he does not. Saquon was there for so long, only had 1 playoff win with the Giants, and even then, it was because the Vikings were very susceptible to the pass. It wasn't as much Saquon as it was Daniel Jones. Zeke and Leonard, they both started out great in Jacksonville, in Dallas, but quickly faded to the point that neither of them were there for a long time. There is a very quick shelf life for running backs, and especially guys who are picking the top 10. They have such a heavy workload in college, they tend to come up with injuries faster. Look at Zeke in everything he's gone through. Leonard Fournette has had a lot of minor injuries. CMC has been known for injury issues. Saquon Barkley has had injury issues. Bijan and Genty still haven't had anything majorly pop up, but who knows how long that will last, because a heavy workload tends to lead to a shorter NFL career. And that's something we saw in Notre Dame. They used Jeremiyah Love all the time, and that brings a lot of concern for how he will be in the NFL, especially when he's going up against bigger, stronger athletes that will hit you harder, and you'll feel those little minor nicks a little bit more. And also, we have to look at the fact that it doesn't really matter who drafts you, as long as that offense line can block up front for you. Now, scheme fit is very dependent for players, do not get me wrong, especially at the running back position. But their floor will always be set by the offensive line. A running back can maybe raise the ceiling a little bit, but the floor will always fall out if the offensive line is not up to snuff. And may I ask you, what are all these top 10 teams picking? They're not going to pick a running back, every one of them. A lot of them are probably going to be like, hey, let's draft offensive linemen. Let's just look down the list. Raiders, offensive line issues. Jets, surprisingly, pretty good offensive line. Cardinals, offensive line issues. Titans, offensive line issues. Giants, offensive line issues. Browns, offensive line issues. Commanders, offensive line issues. Saints, I still don't like their offensive line. Chiefs, offensive line issues. Bengals, defense, but offensive line isn't great there. No matter where you look in the top 10, minus the Jets somehow, every one of those teams needs to address the offensive line. And you're going to put Jeremiyah Love, a very special talent, behind the offensive line that's not good. You're going to limit his potential, and he's going to take unnecessary hits that just aren't required. He would be better off if he slid in the draft. If he slid down to perhaps the Rams would take him and just be fun and utilize him in a bunch of fun, unique ways. He would be much better off. He would be better off if he just slid down the boards to a team that has an established offensive line that's good, that can protect him, that can keep him fresh. And you look at all these top 10 teams, they need other priorities than a running back. The Giants need to figure out if Jackson Dart is good or not. They need offensive line. The Titans, they need offensive line. The Commanders, they need defense, but they also still need offensive line help. The most likely landing spots for him, I just mentioned the top 10, all need help at the offensive line position, which will limit anything Jeremiyah Love can do there, and it's why we might see him fall out of the top 10. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't have Jeremiyah Love as a top 10 player in this draft class. But I also don't have a first-round grade on Jeremiyah Love, strictly because positional value. He plays a position that I believe you can get something out of with a guy you draft later on if you improve your offense line and you have proper schemes to fit that player. As talented in, trust me, I believe Love is beyond talented. He is. I just don't think he's going to elevate a team pick in the top 10. Everyone will point at the Commanders and be like, you give Jaden Daniels, Jeremiyah Love, special things will happen. Special things may happen for how many games, though? You're behind a bad offensive line, and teams know that. They're not necessarily worried if they can just put 4 guys up front, and those 4 guys will win. They don't need to load the box against Jeremiyah Love. They don't have that threat. They don't have that worry. Same thing with the Giants, especially the Giants who don't have really a quarterback that can do anything. They might be more inclined to load the box against those teams because, hey, Jackson Dart, he's not a good thrower of the football. They're going to do a lot of RPOs. Let's just do that, take that away, and make Dart beat us with his arm, which he hasn't shown he can do yet. Then you look at the Titans. Well, hey, Cam Ward, pretty good, but again, same thing as the Commanders. Their offense line just isn't good. It doesn't make sense. And the Chiefs just paid Kenneth Walker, so I doubt they would draft him. The Saints just paid Achane. I hope I pronounced his last name right. I know he just went on a whole spiel. But you look at all these teams picking the top 10. They all have this thing in common. It's that their offense lines aren't good, and they will limit Love's production. I really think the best thing for him is he falls in the draft. Falling to the right team is the best possible thing for him. You look at the Rams, and I think that would just be a home run move. Even though they have a lot of talented running backs, Love can bring stuff in the receiving game that Sean McVay has never had. He could use him similar to Christian McCaffrey, and that team is closer to win now, as if, hey, Love maybe won't be as effective in 4 to 5 years as these other guys. Well, guess what? I'm trying to win a Super Bowl with Matt Stafford. Give me. And that's really what you got to look at is who is trying to win a Super Bowl right now. A team in the top 10 is going to draft him. They're going to put him behind a bad offensive line, and everyone's going to call him a bust when it's not deserved. It's because he went to a bad spot. And that's something that we're going to see happen this NFL season if he is picked in the top 10. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you'd share this, I greatly appreciate it. And if you have any disagreements with me, go down in the comment section. I read every single comment, and I love seeing the reception these videos get, and it lets me understand with what people are thinking about certain prospects. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day.